Hello, hi there. This is Anna Stropnik coming to you live from Fort Lauderdale. Let's see who do we have on watching this live. Type in where you're watching this from. Let's see while we're waiting. See if there's anything cool that we can post here. Whoa. This was fun. So anyway, while we are waiting, if this is the first time you're ever watching any of my videos, my name is Anna Stropnik. I help people make side stream of income working from home in health and wellness, and I also help them reach their time and financial freedom. So today we're going to be talking about vitamins and the reason why they are absolutely could be potentially bad and dangerous for you. So if this is something that you're interested in, looking for more information on this topic, stay tuned. It's going to be maybe even life-changing, because how many of us are like we know about like taking vitamin C when we think we're getting cold, taking vitamin E's, taking beta carotene that may help us with our heart conditions, and hopefully like is preventing something, and then also basically taking multivitamin pills, and but there's just no study that this is actually good for us, and we're going to be talking about the reasons why. So we are using vitamin C to protect us from colds and flus, but I'll share with you some facts that you might have not heard about yet. So stay tuned. It's going to be really interesting. So basically, we think of antioxidants, vitamins, and usually what we mean by those is vitamin A, E, C, and beta carotene, some groups of vitamin B as well. So we think of them as elixir of life. That's something that is going to extend our life, help us stay healthy, help protect us, but they're at best like ineffective. At worst, they can actually they can put you to the grave. They can be very dangerous. So that's something that we will be talking about today. Let me just trying to do something here. Sorry about that. Okay, never mind. All right, so what I wanted to talk about is I just read an interesting article in BBC News that is basically giving us a little bit of history on how this all started, this like vitamin supplementation and this vitamin, like putting vitamins in everything, industry, enriching foods in vitamins, taking multivitamin instead of eating fruits and vegetables like the natural source of vitamins. So all of that basically started back in the last century, in the 70s, and even like early 50s. So the person who we found the founder of antioxidants and vitamins and supplements is Linus Pauling. So in 1964 he started adding vitamin C to his orange juice. So he was adding a spoon of vitamin C to his orange juice every day, and throughout the history, even on his like deathbed, it showed and it proved that it was like probably better if he stayed the way it was, the way he was, and without adding that vitamin C to his orange juice, and the reason why this is bad. So basically his work on like how proteins are structured, like later on it helped scientists discover how DNA is like they actually broke down the DNA, and they decoded it. So his studies as a chemist were definitely very helpful in the development of chemistry and basically genetics as well. So he won a Nobel Prize for his discovering how molecules are held together in chemistry. So he also has one of the like best-selling books on how to live longer and feel better, and it's basically telling us how vitamin C, if we are taking it like 50 times the recommended dose, and that's what he was taking, that can help prevent certain diseases, even help us in anti-aging. So in 1992, the Time magazine wrote an article, The Real Power of Vitamins, and they were talking about how it can help with treatment for cardiovascular disease, cataracts, and even cancer. And also they were talking about how can even possibly slow down the aging process. So of course, after this, and after Paulus studies, all of these sales in vitamins, multivitamins, just exploded, and it's been like that since then. So the vitamin industry, it's a huge industry, and I mean, there's if you look on the shelves, just in regular grocery stores, not just in pharmacy stores, there's absolutely every single form of synthetic vitamin, multivitamins. It's a huge industry. The only problem is that it's probably doing us more harm than good. So he was adding his vitamin C to his orange juice for basically all of his life, and it's basically been proven that it was doing him more harm than good. It was really wrong and dangerous, to say the least. So antioxidants were meant to even delay aging, but the studies have shown the whole 20th century was all about supplementation, based on this belief that it's going to slow down our aging process. But we are talking about direct supplements, so synthetic supplements that we are taking internally that are going to do that, but everything that they thought back then was proven completely wrong. So let me explain, how does this work? So your food, we need our food and oxygen to survive. Besides food and oxygen, we also need the electrons, the energy, so it transforms into energy. Now there's a leakage of electrons that basically transform into energy, and when that happens, it will react with oxygen. It will create a free radical. So that's how free radicals are created, and it's basically a molecule with a free electron. So for them to get themselves neutralized, they travel around our cells and DNA and start damaging cell walls and start damaging our DNAs as well. So basically, so what the free radicals, it leads to mutation, and that will eventually lead to aging. And also aging will then lead to age-related disease such as cancer. So our oxygen is our wealth of life, but also it can make us old and sick too. So because oxygen is needed for that oxidation process, and it's there to create the free radical in the cells as well. So basically, free radicals were basically are equaling aging and disease. And in 1972, they actually tested direct antioxidants on mice. They did a few tests, and it basically showed that it made no difference to their lifespan, and mice didn't really care for antioxidants at all. So all of these studies and all of these beliefs that vitamin C and vitamin E and all of that is going to give us longer life is absolute false. So not saying that vitamin C is not essential, but we need to be getting it from food resources, and not, because what we did is we actually stopped eating healthy foods that are rich in vitamin C, and instead we are supplementing it with a synthetic supplement that is just giving our body harm. So like anything else, you know, like anything synthetic, you know, we know like GMOs and coloring and flavors and preservatives and all of that, those bad things in the food are of course damaging our organism, because we are not used to, your body cannot break down a chemical. Your body can break down something that is in a food group. It's protein, fat, water, whatever, you know, it's not a food group on its own, so your body doesn't know what to do with chemical, and that's what creates all that damage. So you think of your vitamins, your synthetic vitamin is actual another chemical that you're just adding to that, and you're depriving your body from the real nutrients that it needs. So they actually were doing a test in 1994 on people who were smokers. So they were given beta carotene, and they actually, some were given, not the whole group, and they were all smokers. And the ones that were taking beta carotene and were smokers as well, it increased the risk of lung cancer by 16%. So that's huge. Also, they did another test, and they were given folic acid to menopausal women, and that increased their risk for breast cancer by 20%. And then also in 1994, so this is what's proven, that his adding of vitamin C, a spoon of vitamin C in his orange juice for breakfast, was proven wrong and bad for his health. In 1994, he actually passed from prostate cancer. So in 2011, they did another study, and they were doing study on people who they had a group who was taking vitamin E and selenium as a supplement, and that increased the risk of prostate cancer by 17%. So you can see the pattern here. And then what actually happens with vitamin C? When we take vitamin C, it, by accepting the electron, it actually becomes a free radical itself, and then it's going to go in your body and damage your cell membranes, proteins, and your DNA in your cell. So there is actually a reason why some of the free radicals in your body are actually okay to have. There's a certain amount, it's just when that gets out of control, which by using those synthetic multivitamins and all different sorts of supplements and vitamins, we are actually speeding up that process of aging and damaging of our organs and our cells. So a certain amount of free radicals in our cells are helping so your cells don't grow uncontrollably. So you know that your cells divide, and then they die. But what happens if they don't die? They grow uncontrollably. And what is another word for that? It's cancer. So you're messing up with body's natural ability to actually, with natural cell life. So no wonder why cancer rates are the highest that they ever were, and it's something that is directly connected with having free radicals like overload in our body and having that damage from free radicals in our organs. And another thing why a certain amount of free radicals is okay, it also will boost your immune system. So having those free radicals there will actually activate your immunoreceptors to fight when there is a virus, bacteria, when there's a threat inside of your body. Our bodies are just so amazing that they don't need, they just need to function properly. We have to give them environment so your cells, your mechanism inside your body, they function properly. They don't need supplementations by vitamins. So if we're not supplementing with vitamins, what do we do? So what do you think we should do instead? You know, like if we open every single cabinet, to be honest, you know, you like just look, you know, every household you have that vitamin C, vitamin E, at least, right? So what should you do instead if this doesn't work, if it's proven that it actually causes more damage than good? This is all, guys, last century, old century. There's new technology out there now that is already being used, and it's something called activation. So I'm not going to go too much into this in this live video, but I wanted to invite you, if this is something that is an interest to you, and if you're breathing and if you're eating, you should be interested, because this is your body, this is your life. How would you like to know something that can actually potentially extend your life, and learn why those vitamins are doing the damage that they're doing, and what you should do instead? Because your body needs help. With our environment, the way it changed, we do need help. So I wanted to invite you tomorrow, starting at 6 a.m. Eastern, all the way until 6 p.m. Eastern time as well. We are doing an event. It's going to be a live event. We're going to be talking about these things all day long. There will be interviews with doctors. There will be live testimonies. So please, 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 if this is something, if your health is important to you, if you have somebody in your family who is maybe struggling with some health issue, let them know. You know, there's absolutely no need for purchase of anything during this event. It's mostly there to educate, and we're there to spread the word. Like, I will post the details in the thread of the comments, and I hope to see you there tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.